Pues nada, gente. A ver, que todo esté guay. ¿Qué tal, gente? Bienvenidos un día más aquí al canal. Bienvenidos, ¿qué tal estáis? Espero que estéis bien. Espero que todo os vaya muy bien. Y seguimos aquí con las aventuras de Clive y de Jill en este Final Fantasy XVI, nivel 27. Y vamos a mirar habilidades. Espero que disfrutéis con el vídeo y vamos a darle caña a este fantástico juego y a esta fantástica historia. Así que lo primero, ya le podemos dar, sí, a la que tanto quería. Llamas del renacer. Llamas del renacer. Vamos a ponerla aquí. Llamas del renacer. Tenía muchas ganas de esta habilidad, así que y poco más, ¿no? Nos encontramos en acantilado Gañido del Halcón, vaguada chalupa. Aquí estamos. Ve a Puerto y Solda. Bueno, vamos a mirar un poco por aquí. Después de...
We cannot afford to lose any more than we already have. Please, leave us be.
Sí, quieren que nos larguemos. No somos nada bienvenidos por aquí. Así que...
What did those knights want, Father?
That's a fair old scar. Two more left to join the garrison this very moment.
La verdad que por aquí no veo... No veo gran cosa. Al otro lado del acantilado sí que hay cositas. Vaguada chalupa. Aquí sí que hay. Vale. No parece que haya nada más interesante, así que continuamos. Continuamos camino.
This pass will take us through the mountains.
And directly into the path of whoever or whatever lurks here.
Cazador Empirio.
Ever since the apology tree, we've seen more and more of these echoes.
What do you think is waking them? Did the mother crystals collapse?
I have an idea. You're not going to like it.
Buah. Está brutal esta, ¿eh? Esta habilidad está brutalísima. Mola que flipas. Mola que flipas. Lo que tardará más en rellenarse.
Flawless, but at least we won.
Vamos, Clive. Buenísima. Buenísima. ¿Y esto qué es? Pulsera de Minotauro. Pulsera de Minotauro. Ven aquí, Torgal. Vale.
More of my mother's men.
¡Es hora! Hostia, cómo mola, tío. La técnica esa está muy chetada, ¿eh? La habilidad esa está muy chetada. Mola que flipas. Vamos a ir por aquí. Aunque, ¿cómo se llama? La habilidad esta. Llamas del renacer. Mira, llamas del renacer. Disminuye el tiempo de recarga de llamas del renacer 12 segundos. Esta. Sí, sí. Sí, sí. Incrementa el ataque en 12. Incrementa el efecto de las pociones en un 20. Así estamos bien.
Very well.
Brutal. Vale, nada más. Hemos dado la vuelta. Sigamos. Vale, por ahí hemos dado la vuelta. Por aquí tenemos que ir. No, por aquí no. Para abajo. Para abajo. Muy bien, Jill. Muy bien. A ver, por aquí. Vale, nada más. Ni nada más ni nada menos. Ni nada más ni nada menos. Podemos seguir. Hola, gentuza. Vais a morir. Brutal. Brutal, mucho caballero negro. Mucho caballero negro, pero... oscuro, pero nada, nada. Uy, uy, uy. Por aquí sí que podemos bajar. Ah, vale, podíamos bajar por aquí también. Vale. Bueno. Ni tan mal. Ni tan mal. Esperar un segundo. Ya está, vamos. Ahora sí. Perdonadme que me molestaban unas luces. Vale. A ver.
Blood, Clive.
And still wet.
You were told to stay in your homes.
The Black Shields.
You know who we are. And still, you would bear your steel.
Pues sí.
Why then? We owe you our thanks. You have saved us the trouble of an interrogation. To dwell in darkness, that we may purge the night and welcome lasting dawn.
Claro.
On these, our swords we swear.
Say that again.
Vamos, Clive.
I'll show you a true shield of Rosarius.
Si esto se hace así, mira. Mira, mira, mira. Esto para vosotros, jugadores. ¿Dónde está el mago, tío? Aquí. Vamos. Uy, 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 que se nos pone melosón. Venga, para tu casa. Se nos ponía... Se nos ponía meloso.
Tell me what I want and the end will be swift. Who are you looking for?
Why, you. We come bearing a message. Your friends have been found. The branded you freed from our camps. They await you in Ordeal. Guardians of the Flame.
Those are Old Hill's gates.
Then we hurry.
Vale. Ve al astillero de Audil. De Audil. Audil. Vale, déjame ver un segundo por aquí. Dejadme ver. Vale. Nosotros hemos ido por aquí. Vale, vamos a... ya de paso ganamos experiencias. A peinar esta... esta zona, ¿no? Madre mía. También por si hay cofres, hay algo, ¿sabes? Si hay algún cofre. Siempre hay cofres. Siempre hay cofres. Cofres escondidos hay siempre. Fuck. A tomarnos una poción porque... Venga, chavalote. Uña de dragón. Yo siempre vuelvo atrás, ¿sabes? ¿Sabéis? Yo siempre vuelvo atrás, porque muchos hubieran seguido rectos para la misión. Pero hay que mirar, hay que inspeccionar. Ese es el tema, ese es el rollo, esa es la movida. Y así subimos nivel también. Aunque vamos bien. Vamos perfectos de nivel. Pero... mira, estos se la van a comer. Doblaos, se la van a comer. Doblaos. Se la han comido doblaos. Dobladica se la han comido. Another day, another dollar. Esta es la otra parte. la porra. A la porra. Vamos. Vale. Nivel 28. Vamos a llamar a Ambrosía, tío.
Fly, Ambrosia.
Vamos a llamar a Ambrosia. O Ambrosía, yo la llamo Ambrosía. Vale. No. Vale, aquí no podemos pasar. Vamos más rápido, ¿no? En Chocobo. Sí, tiremos por aquí. Vamos. En principio 4 niveles por encima del nivel recomendado. Así que vamos muy bien. Vamos muy bien en principio. Aquí te voy a dejar. Gracias.
Straight home now.
Vale, llegamos. A ver qué nos espera.
Find something, boy. Death.
Found her.
Uf.
This was my mother's doing.
Qué perra, tío.
But why? Why would anyone...
I don't know.
Qué perra.
I never truly understood her. But this...
Clive.
I will learn what madness drives her, and I will end it. We should go.
Yes.
We can't leave them here like this.
We won't. But if the Black Shields have made it this far south, they may already be in Port Isolde.
Vale. Vaya tela, tío. Bueno, miremos un poco el sitio. Vaya tela. Tengo muchas ganas, tío, de saber cómo continuará. Mira, estamos al otro lado de aquel puente, de la cala de la melancolía. Este puente tiene que bajarse de alguna manera. Vale, cofre. Pero... tengo muchas ganas de saber cómo se va a desarrollar toda la historia, porque me está gustando mucho, chicos, me está gustando mucho. Fajín. Yo creo que se van a venir batallas muy épicas, y sobre todo entre Icons. Me da a mí. Hombre, Odín, Bahamut. Donde el sitio menos esperado, ahí hay un cofre. Vale, sigamos. Vaya tela, tío. Vaya tela. Y esto sigue para abajo.
We're approaching Buick Bridge. Though I doubt the Empire would let us cross over to Rosalith.
¡Vamos! Ese ataque, esa habilidad mola que flipas. Comprárosla. Esa habilidad mola que flipa. Que flipas. Puente Pijuela. Vaya nombre.
Didn't happen to come by way of Oldhill, did you? Saw some Imperials clad in black making for the docks just the other day. The next morn, you couldn't see the sun for all the ravens.
Pues sí, están todos muertos. Están todos muertos.
They tell us there's a curfew, but then refuse us passage back to our homes.
Where am I to go?
How am I to sell my wares if they...
They're all Rosarian.
But this is their home.
En honor a los 250 años de historia del Gran Ducado de Rosaria. Gloria eterna al Fénix y a su pueblo.
The Empire would have us live in the Deadlands.
Passage to the provincial capital is restricted to Imperial Army personnel.
De momento.
Become!
De momento, chato. De momento. De momento. Ya volveremos. De momento. No vamos a poder pasar.
I'm hungry.
De momento. Playa del Silencio.
Very well.
No. No quería hacer eso, pero bueno. Vale, el agua te permite hasta aquí solo. Perfecto. ¿Ves? En los sitios menos esperados hay cofre. Vale, nada por aquí. Hebra de seda.
The Lazarus. What happened to this place?
My mother happened. The nobles who lived here didn't stand a chance. Let's hope my uncle fared better.
Hay que encontrarlo.
We should stop at the main gate and see where that gets us. That's the main gate. And it looks like we're not the only ones hoping to get in.
Peinemos la zona. El obelisco está aquí. Vamos. Magnífico. Vale, sigamos. Espera, que nos olvidamos a estos. Magnífico. Llegamos.
Have mercy.
Voice-rinsed dogs they are. You can't ignore us forever. Nothing will die on your doorstep.
Better out there than in here.
Fuck
off. And the chinless bastards. Those crystals belong to us all. I said, where were you, filth? Back to your stall. Cut you down where you stand. Destroy it.
No chance of slipping through unnoticed. We'll need to find another way in. I thought we might be able to reason with the guards. Or at least bribe them.
I suspect everyone in that crowd thought the same. Was that the only way in?
Officially, yes. Strictly speaking, no. My uncle
Siempre hay otra entrada.
nobles had tunnels built so that they could visit town without having to walk amongst the rabble. The Lazarus. We'll find our way into the city there.
If you're sure. The entire place looked abandoned. Do you think it's safe?
As long as it is abandoned.
La llama de la esperanza. Vale.
The good news is we haven't seen a single black shield since Old Hill.
Maybe they found who they were looking for.
Yo, como voy al revés, Puerta de la Rosa. Pues voy a mirar por aquí.
We numbered 6 when we left our village. 2 died on the road. Another passed just last night. I worry I might be next.
Half the guards of that gate are Rosarian. They've sold their souls for the promise of a warm bed. Not that I can blame them. The Empire's left us nothing. Let's pass!
Why won't they let us
New to the camp? If so, I'd suggest finding somewhere close by to lay your bedroll. Those who rest their heads too far from the gates have a habit of getting set upon by bandits in their sleep.
Open the damn gates! Not a step closer!
Sería más fácil que te liaras a hostias, Clive, aquí y entras y ya está. Tal cual. Vale, pues nada. Para atrás. Para atrás, que nos vamos otra vez. Vamos. Distrito Lázaro.
This is nothing like I remember it.
How quickly a crown can lose its luster.
Sí. Cofrecico.
Not abandoned then.
Oi! Visitors!
Apologies. We'll show ourselves out.
Bueno. Yo creo que quizá un solo ataque... Estáis acabados. Prácticamente. Prácticamente. Con un solo ataque, prácticamente estabais ya. Vale.
I've only ever seen one man fight like that. And he's long dead.
Then perhaps it's time you joined him.
The blessing of the Phoenix. It can't be. I was there when you died.
¡Oh, es el soldado!
Forgive me, my lord. I knew not whom I addressed. You have naught to fear from us. Founder, it really is you.
It is.
Sir Wade.
We can speak inside.
Aliados. Sir Wade, tío. Cuando el ataque al castillo... Me parece que es uno de los que nos acompaña a la aldea de los gremlins. O sea, de los duendes, que diga.
Before the Empire could make examples of us, though we didn't go far. And we banded together to form the Guardians of the Flame soon after. Alas, there is only so much a handful of aging shields can do against the might of an empire. But we've seen to it that their stay has been anything but pleasant. Of late, though, we've had our hands full just trying to keep the Duchy's few remaining bearers out of the Imperial's clutches.
The Cullings. We saw what happened in Old Hill.
Aye, the foul work of the Black Shields and their mistress.
You mean my mother? But it doesn't make sense. Even knowing what I know about her. Her hatred for bearers was no secret, but she wouldn't have been ignorant of their value to the realm.
No offense, my lord, but in case you haven't noticed, the Lady Annabella couldn't care less about the realm. She barely even cares for her own home. That much has been plain since the slaughter at Eastpool.
Cierto.
And since granting the Holy Emperor a new heir, her obsession with bearers only seems to have grown. As to why, I don't know. Maybe she can't bear the thought of anyone having the power to challenge her beloved son.
Ha tenido otro hijo.
Her son.
Sir Wade, the Black Shields have broken camp. They march in full force for Buick Bridge. Then so do we. Make ready.
Ha tenido otro hijo.
This is their main host. If we remove the head, perhaps we can prevent what happened at the docks from happening somewhere else. If I do nothing, then the blood of their next victims will be on my hands.
Yours and ours. We too have witnessed the crimes these men who dare call themselves Shield have committed in my mother's name. It cannot be allowed to continue. We must put a stop to this madness.
We must. So let us go with you. For the good of Rosaria.
I was hoping you'd say that. Very well. If that is your wish, I would be honored to serve at your side.
And we at yours.
Grande.
So Wade, let us do our duty.
With pleasure, my lord.
Grande.
I imagine this endeavor will require more than just our wits.
Then let's hope Sir Wade has a good quartermaster.
Vale.
We'll show them that the fire in our hearts is not so easily quenched. The Black Shields? Oh, what hit them?
Intendente de los guardianes. Es un mercader.
Tend to your needs, my lord.
Rellena un 3% más la barra del límite al infligir daño. Compremos 10 de estas, a ver.
Will that be all?
Por si nos sirve de algo.
Of course, my lord.
Pociones.
Will that be all? Of course, my lord.
Elixir, no.
May it serve the cause well.
Sí, tenemos dos.
I'm sure that it will prove useful.
Vale, y de aquí podemos vender... Belicita tenemos un montón.
Our thanks, my lord.
40.000. Colmillo afilado.
I'm sure that it will prove useful.
Seda férrea.
Our thanks, my lord. May it serve
Esto
the
fuera.
cause well. Our thanks, my
Esto
lord.
también. Esto también.
I'm sure that it will prove useful.
61.000. Vamos a comprar esto.
Will that be all?
No. Por tenerlo. Vale.
It has been an honor.
Vale. Pues en principio... En principio ya está. Habla con Wade.
Tell us then, Sir Wade. What is your plan?
Nothing fancy. You, Lady Jill and I make for Buett Bridge and provoke the main host at their encampment. Sensing an opportunity to end the Guardians, the Black Shields will call for reinforcements, who will be met from the rear by parties of my brothers hidden throughout the surrounding hills.
Hola,
This
Bonnie.
will allow us to wage battle on the bridge without fear of being overwhelmed. While the Black
Bienvenida.
Shields have an advantage in numbers, you see, they prefer to fight in small units, which we can use to our advantage.
How small exactly?
Small enough, now that I have you and Lady Jill for company. I doubt I could have done this on my own.
But until we arrived, that was your plan.
Bien, aquí.
You haven't changed a bit.
Avanzando en el juego.
So wait. The bearers from Oldale have been laid to rest. Very good. Now make ready for battle. As you command.
Thank you, Sir Wade. Perhaps now they will find peace.
There is but one thing which will grant them peace. Putting an end to the Black Shields.
And so we shall.
Vale. Vamos a darle caña. Acompañantes. Algunos personajes se unirán a tu grupo como acompañantes durante un tiempo. Sin embargo, no podrán acompañarte si te desplazas a otra ubicación del mapa. Ok. Ve al puente Pijuela. Me encanta el nombre. Vamos.
May the blessing of the Phoenix go with you.
How long have you been pursuing the Black Shields?
Since they burned their first village. We tracked down the bastards responsible and fed their corpses to Stillwind. Suffice to say, that got their attention. It's been a game of cat and mouse ever since.
Come on.
Faster.
Vamos.
Come along now. The bastards are lucky.
There they are. On your command, my lord.
Vamos, Wade, le vamos a partir la cara a todos estos. Hola, ¿qué tal? A ver si os reís ahora.
What is it now? I told you.
We bear a message for the Vicereine. From the Guardians of the Flame.
Ha! You presume to tell us that a pair of filthy vagabonds, a woman and a dog, could guard aught against the might of the Black Shields? Then come! Die along with your flame!
Venga. No vais a durar nada.
Forest area!
Forest area!
Your petty
¿Qué pasa, chicos?
here. On these our swords we swear. It's over.
Bueno.
Bloody hell! Reinforcements from the far bank!
Oh, qué bien.
More dragons.
Worms. The Imperials aren't taking any chances. I can't say I'm flattered.
No, todo lo contrario. Venga, hombre, vete por ahí, hombre. Tranquilo. Venga. Ya os he dicho, no ibais a durar mucho.
A noble stand, albeit a misguided one. In taking it, you have but proven our point. That this is in dire need.
El chulo de la fiesta. Caballero dragontino crepuscular, ¿eh? Espabilate, porque te veo lento.
There's no one left to keep them occupied. We need to finish this.
You mean finish him?
¡Vamos! Bueno, no por nada, pero estás acabado. Buenísima. Oh. Hasta luego. Hasta luego, cocodrilo. Argolla dragontina. Madre mía. Uno menos. Bueno, unos cuantos menos.
Nor do I. The plan worked.
It did. It bloody worked. We sent every last one of the rotten bastards straight to the mud. Lord, perhaps this will be enough to stop the Cullings. For the time being, at least.
Perhaps. Though I doubt my mother will take this loss well. She'll move swiftly to see her minions' ranks replenished.
And then it will all begin again. I often wonder if the nation we once knew is gone for good. Her fields rot. Her people starve. We battled to preserve the flame that was, but for every foe we fell, another springs up in its place. Yet be that as it may, it is still our home, and we must fight for it. As we always have, and always will. For as long as the Firebird's flame burns in our hearts, the Duchy cannot die. And her loyal subjects may dream of a day when the Rosarian standard flies over Rosalith once more.
So wait,
Think we should fall back to Port Isolde before the garrison sends reinforcements? A sound strategy, my lord.
Genial.
And how long has my uncle been funding you and your comrades' endeavors?
Since the beginning. Lord Byron was the first person I turned to after forming the Guardians. And had I known of this tunnel back then, I wouldn't almost have been hanged by the city guard for trying to sneak over the wall.
I suppose a formal request for an audience would have appeared suspicious.
And appearances must be maintained. Were the Vice-Regency to catch wind of Lord Byron's involvement in our movement, they'd seize his estate and send him to the gallows, where he would be of no use to anyone. And so, though it sickens him to the soul, he plays the part of the loyal lord, knowing that one wrong move might prove his downfall. It is why he remains ever vigilant. Don't be surprised if he refuses you an audience, especially since you're famously dead.
Then I will have to think of a way to prove that I am neither wraith nor wrongdoer.
I might have something which could help with the latter. It's the mark of the Guardians.
Otro emblema.
Display it, and those who love Rosaria will know where your loyalties lie.
Güey, te ha entregado la insignia de la espada ardiente.
I shall wear it with pride.
Be sure that you do. I don't want my men attacking you again. Unless you deserve it. If only Sir Tyler could have been here to see you. Or the Lord Commander.
Thank you, Sir Wade. If there is ever anything you need.
I know. Go on now, my lord.
Genial. Estupendo. Buenísimo. Puerto Isolda. Mansión Rossfield.
How accommodating. Do you really think they believe we are who we say we are?
Not a chance. Right, I guess. My uncle believes we're imposters here to rob him. And means to string us up himself.
Imagine my surprise when I was told my nephew had come to visit. Clive Rossfield died long ago. And for uttering his name here, you shall pay with your tongue!
¿En serio? ¿Va a luchar con él?
You would mock me as well?
It is I, Sir Crandall of Camelot, loyal servant to Her Serene Holiness, Saint Sybil the Unshod. Meadow, thou vile sorcerer, for thy crimes against church and crown, I shall have thy head.
Curse thee, infectious flax wench. Even in death, must thou plague me still? Very well. I shall open the gates of hell, that thou might see thy charge once more.
Bravo, Uncle. You're still the finest Meadow in the twins.
Oh, Clive, my dear boy, it's really you. You always were fond of that scene from The Saint of the Sanctuary. Never did let me play Sir Crandall.
I have a favor to ask, Uncle Byron.
Rutherford, inform the kitchens. There'll be guests. We dine immediately.
But, Uncle...
Qué bueno.
You can't very well regale me with the tale of your miraculous preservation on an empty stomach. Go on, sit. See that you use the good plates, Rutherford.
Qué bueno, qué bueno. La reconciliación, o sea, los encuentros siempre son buenos.
So you arrived late to one of her cullings, did you? Since becoming Vicereine, Annabella has been a constant thorn in Rosaria's side, but these atrocities are a new low. Something has changed. Quite what, I don't know, but the woman we knew is gone, and a monster sits in her place.
A monster.
For better or worse, I've been charged with governing this town, and thus must maintain the illusion of obedience. That's all I can do to aid Wade and his merry band of revolutionaries.
So he's told us. You have risked much for Rosaria. Our nation will be forever in your debt.
It has been 20 years, Clive. The nation your father and your forefathers fought to defend is no more. Perhaps it would be otherwise had I the courage of my brother. All right, if it's a ship you require, a ship you shall have. I've a galley in port that recently relieved of her cargo. She can be outfitted for the voyage in a matter of weeks.
So you believe us then? About everything?
Believe you? Ha! Only a fool would believe even half of the things you claim. But until tonight, only a fool would have believed my nephew still lived. And besides, I have it on good authority that Clive is telling the truth.
Whose authority?
On your own, of course. You've always been a terrible liar.
Is that true?
It's not untrue.
Let's say no more about it, eh? It wouldn't do to linger on my nephew's greatest failing. The one thing I cannot believe, though, is all this about you.
Es una larga aventura.
You were always such a good boy, but now you're quite the outlaw. Which, if I'm not mistaken, would make me an outlaw's uncle. Right then, who shall we pillage first? Rutherford, fetch me my cutlass. This will be fun.
Buenísimo.
Over there. Go on.
She's a fine ship, isn't she? Once outfitted, she'll bear us across the boiling sea to Drustinus in the space of 3 days. Something on your mind?
Está preocupada. Jill está preocupada desde hace rato.
When I served the Iron Kingdom, I did so because I saw no other choice. Because once they learned that the lash would not move me, they turned it on those who could. And so I became their puppet. I let them pull my strings, telling myself it was not my hand that swung the sword, but another's. I removed myself from the truth so I wouldn't feel the pain it caused. And before I knew it, I no longer felt anything. Anything at all. I had become a monster.
Jill.
I don't want to be a monster, Clive. Do you understand? I want to choose a different path, a better path. To live on my own terms. But before I can do that, I need to come to terms with my past.
And when you do, I'll be standing there with you, just as you stood with me.
Quedamos en eso, ¿no?
Thank you, Clive.
Ya quedamos en eso.
I must atone for my sins. Only then, when it's done, will the monster cease to be.
Just promise me that you won't die with it. Now, let's get some sleep. The journey back to Benamir is long, and there is much to tell the others.
Vale. Genial.